What is up, Cornhole Nation? This is Trey Ryder with the American Cornhole League. We're going to be bringing on ACL Pro Jay Corley on the show this week, as well as talk about this upcoming national this weekend. We'll give all you first-time national goers some tips and tricks to have the best weekend possible. This is the ACL Throwdown. This week's ACL Throwdown is brought to you by Johnsonville. Can't spell sausage without USA. Yes, I got ACL Pro Jay Corley coming on the show this week. He's been fired up to get here on the ACL Throwdown, so it'll be a great conversation with him. But first, my hashtag Trey's Takes. We got to talk about the National this weekend. We've been waiting 2 long months for the next ACL National, and it is finally here. What I want to do is take some time to give some of you first-time ACL Nationalers, or those that have a very short memory, an opportunity to get some information that you'll need in order to make this one of the best weekends of the year. So I'm just going to give you guys some good tips. My tip number 1, get a good night's sleep the first night before you get there. It is going to be a long weekend. There's going to be playing nonstop. More than likely, you'll have some fun afterwards. I know how you cornhole players are. So get a good night's sleep before you go out there, because I cannot promise that it's going to be you're going to get that every other night. The second piece of advice, make sure your cell phone number is in your player profile. We try to limit the amount of matches being called out because we'll have over 600 players competing this weekend. So a lot of our announcements for matches are going to come via text messaging. So go to app.iplayacl.com, log in, go to my account, and put in your cell phone number. That way you can receive text messages when you're up to play the next game. You'll also get text message with links to the bracket, so you don't have to bug the directors running the tournament, as well as get match summaries after a game is over. So if they mistakenly put the wrong winner, you'll immediately get notified, hey, this is who won the game. That way, if there's a mistake, you can always go and get that fixed. The next piece of advice, number 3 we're on. Be there an hour before each event that you want to play in. That way there's no issues whatsoever. Before each event, we will post a printed roster of who is competing in that event. Go by, check your name off, make sure you're signed up, make sure you're registered. That way nothing happens once it starts. Do that 1 hour before each event that you play in. The next one, number 4, get all of your registrations done if you have not already registered on Friday. Now, some events will allow registration all the way and up to an hour before the event starts, but don't take any chances. I'm not even going to tell you which events those are. Get there on Friday. Get registered if you have not already been registered. Okay, I know we already closed pre-registration, but we will have room for some events once you get there into St. Louis. So make sure, go find the director, tell him what you want to play in on Friday night before 7 p.m. That way we can get you registered for whatever. Those events on Friday, get there an hour beforehand if you're trying to register on site. All right, number 5. Play in as many blind draws as you can get. The blind draws are there. The Madden Devakar, one of our technology experts, he is going to be there. He runs all the blind draws all weekend long, so get some Madden time in. But please do not sign up for a blind draw if you are already in another tournament. So please keep that in mind. All right, number 6. The winner of each game, make sure you go report your scores to the director's table. We don't want to waste time. We don't want to get really far behind in a bracket. We are on a very tight schedule. We have to make sure we're there for our broadcast times. We have to make sure we don't delay events too long. So please report your scores quickly after each match. All right, number 7, if you have to leave the room for more than 5 minutes, for more than just a bathroom break, tell the director. There are some times that we can work the bracket in a certain way that we're not waiting on you. We're going to have 100 sets of boards in this facility, so we can be using your board for a different tournament if you can't be there right that second, so make sure you come and tell us. And the last tip that I got for you is when that broadcast starts, that ESPN3 or ESPN2 broadcast, go find a seat, sit down, get loud, get energetic. We do a $500 airmail challenge during the broadcast. So if you're sitting in the stands, you're automatically entered into that contest. A chance to win $500 just by sitting and watching the broadcast court. And make sure you give us energy, you give us everything we need to put on a great show. I'm going to end it there on my hashtag Trey's Takes. I can't wait to see you guys in St. Louis this weekend. Let's get to my conversation with ACL Pro Jay Corley. He's going to chat about this national and everything else cornhole.
ACL Pro Jay Corley on the show this week. A heavy hitter from the Atlantic Conference. We know how tough that conference can be. Obviously got one of the better players in that conference. Jay, thank you for taking time out of your week right before this big ACL Cornhole Mania in St. Louis to chat a little bit about cornhole. And I'm just going to roll right into it. As we get prepared for this second national, let's rewind a little bit and talk about that first national. You had a decent finish there. Jay, how would you characterize your play so far this season, specifically at that ACL kickoff battle?
Hey, Trey. First off, I want to say thanks for having me on. I also want to say thanks to my sponsors, Jenkins Real Estate Group, George Mason Mortgage, and Southeast Clean Air Solutions for making this possible. As far as Florida goes, Tyler and I certainly underwhelmed in the pro division. To open the weekend, we had our sights set on at least making the Final Four. We didn't do that. We understood what we needed to do in advanced doubles to try to steer the ship. And we did that, and we won our bracket in advanced doubles. I carried that over in singles. I felt like I played really well, a couple mistakes. But I did end the weekend on a high note to start the season. So we underwhelmed, but I think we turned it in the right direction.
Yeah, it's so funny you say that. I remember being in Florida and turning around and just seeing the disappointment on your face because coming out of pro doubles, because I felt like you guys got eliminated very early. And then it wasn't that I was surprised that you guys did well in advanced doubles because I know how good of a players that you are, but it was really something to see how you guys were really about to do. You did a 180 there. I mean, the difference in play from pro doubles to advanced doubles throughout the weekend was really impressive by you. So I remember making that mental note. But then you left that kickoff battle. You had a conference event a few weeks later. That Atlantic Conference is so tough, and you had a really good finish there. Tell me a little bit about your performance there, and if you think you're riding any momentum from that Atlantic Conference event here into the St. Louis National.
Yeah, like I said before, we left that first national, the kickoff battle in Florida, on a high note. I talked to a couple people close to me. One being Jordan Kamba, just trying to get the mental part of the game right. And he really helped me with that. So I went into that first conference with the mental game plan that I could be in the building. And I played really, really well. I ended up actually, Jordan beat me pretty good to knock me in the loser's bracket, but I bounced back and beat him in singles, only to lose second in my bracket to Michael Lucas Jr., who was lights out all day long. So played really well, played well in doubles. And the plan is definitely to keep playing well and working my way to the top and keep that going in the second national in St. Louis.
Yeah, Michael Lucas Jr. He needed a fire hose to put him out that day. I got to see some this event. So
We
you
didn't
mentioned
miss
a little
much.
bit. Yeah, you mentioned a little bit about your performance with Tyler at the kickoff battle. You guys are pro partners this year. So tell me a little bit about that partnership between you and Tyler Poitras. You guys have known each other for a while now. So what's it like playing with him?
It's really cool. Me and Tyler are really good friends. We have been really good friends, close friends for a few years now. We talk every day outside of Cornhole. We're both diehard Duke fans. So we have a little bit of interest off the boards. But it's just really cool. We give each other a lot of hard time. We know when we get on the boards, it's all business, but we don't hold each other. We know we're giving it 100%, and we both have the same mindset each time we go out, and that's to compete and win.
Hey, it's a great mindset to have, and kind of really leads me right into the next question is, what are you as an individual, Jay Corley, looking to accomplish for the rest of the season, and what are you and Tyler looking to do? I mean, there's so much cornhole left, not just this national coming up, but obviously we got 2 more nationals, hopefully a pro invitational for you guys, and then an ACL championship. So really, what's on the schedule? What's on the agenda for you guys throughout the rest of the
Well,
season?
with the opportunity, the good opportunity here with the ACL playing in this pro division, of course, the number one goal for us as a team is to win a national in pro doubles and to compete for first place in pro doubles in the final standings. I think that's really going to carry a lot of weight as far as just feeling accomplished and finishing a season. Outside of that, in singles, of course, I'd like to finish, win a national and finish as high as possible. I finished, I believe, 13th last year in overall singles. So to crack the top 10, I would say would be the goal this year for singles.
Hey, set the sights high, stay aggressive. I love the mindset. Jay Corley joining us on the show this week. Jay, thank you so much for the time. Thank you so much for the answers. Can't wait for St. Louis. I'll see you there, and good luck to you and good luck to Tyler as well.
ACL Pro Jay Corley. Great conversation with him. He's having a great season so far in the Atlantic Conference. Looking to roll that over with ACL Pro partner Tyler Poitras this weekend at the ACL Cornhole Mania, the second national of the year. Make sure you tune into all of the action this weekend, whether it be the ESPN Network broadcast or, of course, on our ACL Digital Network. That ACL Digital Network will be at watch.iplayacl.com. We'll alternate broadcasts on our main ACL Facebook page and, of course, our ACL Digital Network. So make sure you keep up with both of those all weekend long. And, of course, ESPN3 Friday, 7 to 10 p.m., and then Sunday we have our 2 to 4 p.m. ESPN3 broadcast that will tape for ESPN and ESPN2 showings next week. That is all the time we got for the American Cornhole League. This is Trey Ryder. We'll see you guys next week to recap all the great things that happened at the ACL Cornhole Mania.